This is the mistake that most established contractors don't see until it's too late. And I see this all the time. Most established contractors that I talk to aren't necessarily struggling to get work. They have connections that they've built with their relationships, and they can get work if they hustle, but they're struggling with predictability and how much the business still actually relies on them. And the problem is, by the time most of these people realize what's really holding them back, it's already costing them years of time. So what is this video actually about? In this short video, I want to walk you through one thing that most established contractors don't see until it's too late. And this isn't about any sort of tactics or tools or anything like that, but rather a shift in how you think about growth, cash flow, and timing in your business. So if you've been in business for a while, this is probably going to hit close to home, and it's meant to. I want to shift that mindset. And so here's what I see over and over again from having countless conversations with different contractors. These established contractors usually aren't starving for work. You know, they can hustle, they've built relationships, they've got repeat clients, they've got seasons where things are busy, and that's great. But the frustrating thing is not knowing exactly what the next 3 to 6 months look like. Like, you can schedule people out far, especially in the contracting world. People don't mind. Like, you can generate leads and schedule them out. And the thing is they start to feel like winter or weather, or different seasons or timing dictates the decisions in their business. And they realize that business still depends heavily on them keeping things moving. So on the surface, things look fine, but underneath there's still that uncertainty, and that uncertainty is exhausting. So the real problem, the biggest mistake that I see, is assuming that marketing is just about getting more leads. You know, it's not. What real good marketing is truly about, it's about stabilizing cash flow so that decisions aren't dictated by outside sources like seasonality, or hoping that an invoice comes in down in the future, or weather, or, you know, the relationships that you've built. Or there's so many outside influences that as businesses, we don't want our decisions to be dictated by that. And so when marketing is treated as something that'll get done once things feel better, that actually never solves the problem that it's meant to. Let that land for a second. So then, what's the invisible cost? Here's the part that most people don't see. When businesses wait until cash flow feels comfortable to start installing different systems, what actually happens is they just lock into another cycle of uncertainty, and they stay stuck in that similar pattern that has got them to where they even are now, to questioning whether or not they need a system. Another winter where things tighten up, or tax season because they gotta think about cash flow, or another season where decisions are reactive, or another year where growth depends on how hard the owner actually grinds or pushes. Yeah, it's not anything dramatic, it's subtle, and that's why it's so dangerous. The cost isn't money, the cost is time, and time we can never get back. So the real question isn't whether any sort of particular system actually works. The real question is, does next season or next year feel different than the last one? Is the next year going to be different than what it's been in all the years past? does the business start to feel more predictable? Does it start to feel like it's something that you could actually sell and it's more transferable and it's less dependent on the owner actually being everywhere at once? Or does it feel mostly the same as it's been? Just busier at certain times of year because you've waited for busy season and now it's busy again, but you're going to end up in the same position at the same time next year. And this is really what we do. There's no sort of pressure, no rushing, not trying to convince anybody, but I want that mindset shift because we help genuinely. When we help our clients, we get down in the trenches and help business owner build something that will last the next 20 years. Because at the rate at which things are changing in the world, the businesses that are not implementing a system going to get left behind. And then they'll end up playing catch up to someone who's newer with less experience, but they have a system. So we map out how to make this work around your specific timing. And I want to ask you, do you want to stay where you are now? And will that be where you want to be in the future? And what does waiting what does that actually cost you between now and then? If cash flow is the stress point that you're feeling every year, how much longer do you want that pattern to continue? Either way, clarity wins. Because when you have clarity, you can make the right decision. So if you want a clear path to success, make sure you check the description. There's going to be a link where you can learn more. I'd be happy to connect. I know we can connect in the future. And thank you for watching. I hope you found some value in this. Like, follow, subscribe, click the notification bell so that you're notified when we release another piece of value. And I hope you have a wonderful day.